Chalices.
Yeah, but Chalice is not really a card Bjorn is all that scared of.
No,
Chalice for one is decent against all the cantrips, but it doesn't actually stop anything that Bjorn really wants to do.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is, of course, Bjorn plays Show and Tell. If Bjorn plays Show and Tell and Jan puts an Emrakul into play...
That's bad news for Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a really interesting cat and
of
mouse.
Of course, Bjorn has counter magic and Jan does not.
And Jan doesn't, yeah. That is true. So Bjorn opens up with a Scalding Tarn, a Lotus Petal, and I see a Ponder and 2 Force of Wills in hand.
Yes, sir.
Fetch a land.
Probably a no, just basic islands. The safe play. You don't know what your opponent is playing.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't want to run into a wasteland.
You don't.
But
no.
and this is super good because also now he's avoiding his opponent's Blood Moons.
Yeah.
Ponder the play for Bjorn. What phase is he in of his turn?
And upkeep, no, main.
Good call. Bjorn looking at a copy of Flusterstorm, a copy of Lotus Petal, and another copy of Ponder, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. A few copies of Flusterstorm in the main deck.
Oh, Brainstorm actually is one of the cards.
Oh.
I think he'll shuffle. Yeah.
Just a shuffle.
I think he's looking for a second land.
Alright, so I do see a white bordered card in Jan's deck, and I have seen his deck before the tournament, and the only white bordered card in his 75
Blood Moon.
is a Blood Moon.
Yeah. Bjorn shuffles the deck and finds a Flusterstorm after all.
Alright.
His hand right now is 2 copies of Flusterstorm, I think,
Emrakul?
2 copies of Force of Will, and Grizzlebrand.
Oh, a Grizzlebrand. I did see a creature in there.
Another copy of Force of Will. So Jan is not resolving spells anytime soon.
Nope.
At least not spells that matter to Bjorn.
But Bjorn isn't either, because he just passes the turn.
Yeah.
Back to Jan. And he plays a City of... sorry.
That's an Ancient Tomb.
Ancient Tomb. City of Traders is the other.
Yeah.
Really fair mana card. And this is an Ancient Tomb. Passing the turn back, choosing not to cast the Blood Moon.
Let's see. Actually, Jan has more ways of getting creatures play. He has more than Sneak Attack. He has Through the Breach.
Yeah, Through the Breach, yeah.
He has 2 copies of it in his hand.
So he can play either a Sneak Attack or just cast those creatures through the Breach.
Yeah. So Bjorn just passing the turn back. Just
again.
Drago.
No end-step Ponder.
He doesn't have one, I think. Ancient Tomb to play for Jan.
So we might see a...
I think we're going to see a Chalice for one.
Alright. Are you countering this?
I think he has to.
Yeah, I mean, he really needs those cantrips to go and find some more pieces, so...
He drew a copy of Omniscience. So I think he can just Force of Will pitching Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm is not that good in this match.
Alright.
And he has another copy of Flusterstorm in his hand anyway.
There we see the Force of Will. Yeah, there goes the Flusterstorm.
No Chalice for you.
No Chalice. I'll happily pay a life and a Flusterstorm to get rid of that.
I wonder if Jan is going to cast his Blood Moon. It's not actually that good on this board.
No, I don't really think so.
In fact, it's pretty bad on this board.
Yeah, it punishes Jan way more than it does Bjorn.
Sneak Attack the draw for Bjorn.
Yeah, and another passing of the turn since he can't seem to find any lands. And Jan, well, trying to get those counter spells out of Bjorn's hand is actually a decent play, I believe.
Bjorn draws his 4th copy of Force of Will.
Okay, so never mind what I said.
7 cards in hand. Jan is never resolving a spell at this rate, but neither is Bjorn. So this is.
Well,
I think Jan right now is trying to hard cast Emrakul. he's on 7 mana. He's getting pretty close.
Yeah. Well, there we see 5 paying 2 for the Ancient Tomb, and I believe he has it through the. Oh,
no,
there's
a sneak attack. Interesting.
Right.
He doesn't actually have any red mana open.
No.
And he doesn't actually have a payoff spell in his hand, as far as I can tell. He has 3 copies of Through the Breach.
Well, I still like playing the sneak attack.
Oh, I'm heavily in favor of casting a sneak attack.
Yeah.
Here. It is definitely the right call.
I mean, you're
without a doubt.
Just slugging through those counter spells, which don't matter anyway because you don't have a threat in hand, and hopefully just try and resolve one as soon as you have a payoff.
Bjorn drew a copy of Show and Tell. He's 1 land away from winning this game.
I mean, if you're going to pass the turn, then you give Bjorn the chance to draw out of this. And if you cast it through the breach and it doesn't get countered, then you just look silly.
Yeah, you really do look silly. But I do like it. But there's no way Bjorn will let it resolve.
No, of course. I mean, if Bjorn has the counter spell, then Jan will.
You can. There's no way that Bjorn has the soul read here of you don't have a creature, you're bluffing.
And Jan just drew another mana source.
A Lotus Petal.
It keeps his City of Traders in play.
So his hand.
Oh, that's a Fiery Confluence, I believe.
I like that card actually.
Yeah.
I kind of like killing his opponent's Lotus Petal.
Why not? Why not?
He would still die to.
I mean, kill your Lotus Petal, deal 4 to you.
Yeah, I like this play. I think Bjorn should let it resolve. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just baiting.
Yeah, this
is pure baiting.
This is bait. However, Jan still loses the game on the spot if Bjorn manages to find any Ancient Tomb or City of Traders on his own, because then he can just cast Show and Tell. Yeah. And if Bjorn resolves Show and Tell at this point, he wins the game.
Yeah, then it's Omniscience and then it's game.
That's done, because he has a Griselbrand in his hand.
And Jan can put a Through the Breach in play. Yeah. So...
Let me actually read Fairy Confluence. I think because I think Fairy Confluence did them to each opponent, and Bjorn sacrificing his Lotus Petal actually counters the Fury Confluence.
Yeah, so you are correct. Each opponent, so he destroys the artifact. If Bjorn sacrifices it, the only target of Fiery Confluence
is no longer there, so the spell has no legal target.
Yes,
which means it gets countered.
Yeah. And that's what they're probably discussing with our
so Bjorn will
Dustin.
not be taking any damage.
So,
I mean, the judge is looking at the situation right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the way this is going to resolve. So there we see.
Yeah, it's already resolved. No damage for Bjorn. Yeah. Very well played. Probably interaction that Jan might not have seen before. At least Fury Confluence is not a card that's legal in any of its usual formats, so...
Yeah, but I know the...
Brainstorm the draw. That's a very good draw.
Yes. So we are going to see a main phase one?
Yes, I would Brainstorm right now.
Trying to find that land.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a Ponder.
It's a fetch. There's a fetch.
So you can cast it in your end step.
Actually, he found a fetch land and he found a Ponder.
All right.
So he's going to probably get rid of Flusterstorm, because that's bad in this match. Get rid of... I would get rid of Sneak Attack, personally.
Get 2 cards out of the way. Since you already have Show... does he have Show and Tell?
He has Show and Tell in his hand, it's the 4th card from the right.
Just get rid of the Sneak Attack.
Yeah, but he's not doing that. He's getting rid of something else.
A Force?
Oh, wait, no, he has 2 copies of Flusterstorm in his hand.
Oh, okay.
So he's getting rid of both of them.
Yeah. So, play your fetch, shuffle it away.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of these every day. I'm shuffling.
Ponder something. Oh no.
Well, he's gonna do it end of turn. There's no reason to do it now.
What, Ponder?
No, shuffling.
Yeah, but he could have cast Ponder in his own turn.
Of a card I don't know.
Aha, that is a
Inferno Titan.
Inferno Titan, which because of that Fiery Confluence play, he's not able to hardcast right now.
That's a shame.
That's a shame.
Huh.
I would have. I mean, that's double red, right? Yeah, that's double red.
It's double red.
Yeah. So.
You can try and shoot the breach it.
Unfortunately, Jan threw away a Fiery Confluence.
Time for some Durch den Brugge.
Durch den Brugge, yeah. for all our German viewers out there. Oh, and he really wants to keep those cards on top because he chooses not to fetch and step. A spell. Is that a Spell Pierce?
That's the card he's casting right now is Ponder.
Oh, that's a Ponder.
Yeah.
No, that's a Ponder.
But he knows what's on.
Second there, it really looks like the new printing of Spell Pierce.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, the Ixalan one. But of course it's Ponder. Fetch first.
He really doesn't want the card that's on top right now. Yep. I mean, he's just looking for an Ancient Tomb or a City of Traders to win this game. Because he knows his opponent, there's no way his opponent is playing counter magic. He knows he's on mono red.
No, this is mono red.
Yeah,
this is mono red for
sure.
An important Fiery Confluence.
A very important aspect of Legacy is being able to tell your opponent's deck, being able to tell what your opponent's deck is on a first glance. None of these cards are lands. It's Sneak Attack, Ponder, and Show and Tell. So there we're going to get a shuffle.
Yeah. So let's have a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if Björn can find that 2-mana land as soon as possible.
That's all he needs.
All we need is
All we need is mana.
lands.
And mana is all you need. What's the draw here? Emrakul is the draw, and I think Jan has a question
Alright.
away from the table. Emrakul, not the card Björn is looking for.
No, absolutely not. So, is there anything Jan could draw to get back into this game from this position? Since he still has 2 Force of Wills in it.
Yeah, the thing is, Jan has 3 copies of Through the Breach.
Yeah.
So the perfect line of the perfect thing for Jan to happen is he needs to draw Emrakul now, cast Through the Breach. It gets countered.
Yeah.
Björn fails to find a land. Next turn, Through the Breach, it gets countered. Björn once again fails to find a land. That's your road to victory here. Björn needs to fail to find a land 2 turns in a row now. But I also think that's his only chance. He draws a copy of Lotus Petal, so now he can actually hardcast Infernal Titan, but that's also getting countered.
That's probably getting countered as well, yeah.
Most importantly is because Inferno Titan, if it resolves, deals 3 damage to Björn, allowing him to only draw 7 cards from Griselbrand instead of 14. I love drawing cards.
Who doesn't?
Jan is going to pass the turn. If Björn drew a land, it's over.
Okay, so here comes Show and Tell.
Yeah,
And Jan can put a Inferno Titan in play.
but it's not going to be enough.
Actually,
Still dealing the 3 damage.
actually a decent sequencing for Jan, not to go for the casting of Through the Breach or Inferno Titan here, but letting his opponent.
Oh, I would have definitely gone for Through the Breach.
Yeah,
Because Through the Breach Björn has to counter Through the Breach.
Yeah, that's true.
The Breach.
Yeah.
Okay, Omniscience, it's going to cast Emrakul and the game is over.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that Björn will choose any other card than Omniscience to put in play, because
No.
it's just the best card.
Yeah.
It's busted as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And here we go. Oh, no.
Blood Moon doesn't do anything.
A Through the Breach doesn't really work
No,
here.
no, because you can't put it in play anyway.
And a Blood Moon really doesn't
No,
do
because
anything.
Björn is no longer using
So here
mana
we
to
go.
cast spells.
Let's clash. Omniscience. Inferno Titan. I win.
Yeah. Omniscience is by a long shot the best card. Trigger.
Trigger.
I'll take an extra turn. Thank you very much.
And
Griselbrand.
Grizzledaddy. Bam.
Bam. I have 21 power. You have no permanents. Okay.
And, Jan scoops him up.
Yeah.
He has seen enough.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, Sneak Attack down a game versus Sneak and Show. Let's have a look at the sideboards for Jan van Rooij. We have 4 Trinispheres, 1 Chandra, Torch of Defiance, 3 Fairy Macabres, 1 Fiery Confluence, 2 Kozilek's Return, 1 Sorcerer's Spyglass, and 3 Abrades. Not really geared up for this match, I believe.
No, I don't like any of these cards, to be honest.
No, really not.
Trinisphere isn't all that great in this
No.
matchup. Chandra, no, it's too slow. Fairy Macabre, no, because Björn doesn't do anything but his graveyard.
Exactly.
Kozilek's Return is, doesn't do anything at all. Sorcerer's Spyglass, you could play it naming Sneak Attack, but he hasn't actually seen his opponent Sneak Attack.
Yes.
You could, he should know that Björn is playing Sneak Attack as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
And of course, the Sorcerer's Spyglass allows you to just look at your opponent's hand. He could still look at the hand, see, oh, Griselbrand, let's name that, or Sneak Attack, let's name that, you know.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think he should bring that card in. That's like and maybe on a copy of Fairy Confluence, you just go 6 to the face.
Yeah, maybe, but
Yeah.
not really geared up for this match. As
No.
we take a look at Björn's sideboard, he has 3 Blood Moons, 2 Gravitaker's Cage, 1 Pithing Needle, 2 Echoing Truth, a Pyroclasm, a Kozilek's Return, a Sudden Shock, and a Braid, a Pyro Blast, and a Spell Pierce. What do we like here?
I think he's looking at his Echoing Truth, just to be able to bounce a card like Blood Moon
Yeah.
or Sneak Attack or something. if it
Anything
happens to
you
resolve.
put into play
And looking at his cards, he's also bringing in Pithing Needle.
for the sneak attack.
Yeah. although that does work towards both, does hit
Yeah,
both
of course,
players.
but still, Bjorn has
Yeah.
the omniscience. And,
Yeah, he has
and
more
short
effects.
attacks, Yeah.
He's actually choosing not to bring it in,
Ah.
I think. And I think he
Something
might be
about
bringing in a
Spell
braid. He's bringing in a braid to deal
Oh,
with Chalice
yeah.
of the Void.
Yeah, of course. All right. So we have the player profiles for these two players as well. As you
Yes.
know, Jan van Rooij, regular on the Dutch Open Series in the coverage area. He is 28 years old. His profession is full-time clown.
No surprises there.
No surprises there. His favorite format is Standard, and he was our Season 1 Standard champion.
Yes, he was with green-white aggro. You want to call it?
Green-white tokens.
yeah.
you'd
Oh yeah,
like to
with
call it.
Nissa and Gideon.
I mean, it was an insult of a deck list after the serious green-white tokens list rotated just out of Standard. But
you won a tournament with it.
Well, yeah, people
We're-
didn't really figure out how to play with Sahili combo yet.
I think the rule is I won with it, so I was right.
Yep, exactly. And we asked him for some interesting and funny magic-related quotes, but he would let that.
So he's going
Over
for an
to us.
insert random magic pun from Bas or Lawrence.
Well, I know that he also top-aided a PPTQ with that green-white tokens list.
Did he?
Yes, and he
Was
would
it in
have.
January?
And in January, and he would have won it if he would be so smart to animate his Gideon before declaring attackers.
Ooh.
So, there you have it, Jan.
And he wakes up spooning with Bas on every GP week because he always sneaks in his bed for a night.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Aha. Well, the pictures will be up soon.
As we take a look at Bjorn here, 39 years old, a BIM consultant, and he loves playing Legacy.
Yes.
So we know him to be a Legacy player. He is a Season 3-point leader, and his best Magic finish, and I really like this one, having fun at the local games.
Yeah, that's a good. That's Bjorn. That's Bjorn through
Yeah.
and through.
Yeah. And he is known for playing way too many bad decks in Modern, and he once just flew to Seattle for just playing video games for 2 days.
Nice. This is the Bjorn I know. I've known I've known him since I was 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Back in those days. He worked at Games Workshop,
And that's like 30 years ago. Then
that's
for you?
well. That's well, 16 years ago. When like
Okay.
13, I think
Okay.
he is one of the people who introduced me to Warhammer back in the days. He got the
right.
fires of nerdiness.
Running through his veins.
Yeah, no, he got it in me. You know, he got me invested in the
off on
hobby.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Great guy, all around
Yeah.
great guy, and loves Legacy. He has so many fun decks. He's known for getting a bit unlucky with his draws.
Yeah.
I have. He has told me stories to so to
Okay.
say of getting a turn 1 Sire of Insanity into play against his opponent to make sure his opponent discards his hand and still losing the game.
Okay, that's just plain unlucky.
And then he was playing as mono white, and then game 2 getting a turn 1 Iona in play and still losing the game. So the guy has an unlucky streak. So right now he's trying to make sure that he
All right.
doesn't suffer from that bad luck
Yeah,
again.
stay on the bubble.
Yes,
as we
he's
like to
on the
call it.
bubble, and he's up a game. So
Yeah.
let's look
I mean,
at.
His favorite format, two rounds to go, this one and round 9, and if he manages to win them both, he's in a pretty decent shape.
He's in a decent shape. He's not there yet, but
no.
he is in a decent shape after that.
People on 6 and 3 are not locked for
No,
top 8,
but they have a good chance.
there are probably a few that sneak into the top 8, and I'd love to see Sneak and Show sneak into the top 8.
Or sneak attack.
Or Sneak Attack, sneak into the top 8.
Yeah.
So either way, one of these players is going to catch a win here and stay on the bubble, stay in the Players' Championship.
So on to game 2 with Jan on the play.
Yes, indeed. Well, let's see
I
what he...
love Bjorn's hand.
And unfortunately, for Jan, we didn't really see any... Well, not many cards that he wanted to board in, but I can assume that he has a few cards that he wants to board out. Things like Blood Moon, for instance.
See, Blood Moon works both ways in this match.
Yeah, but I
I don't think it's great because Bjorn himself is playing like the boards in Blood Moon occasionally, so yeah, we don't really need it. Chalice is just amazing because you want to amazing. Well, you want to turn off cantrips. Turning off cantrips is good.
Yeah,
If Bjorn has a hand without cantrips, it doesn't do anything, and Bjorn can just
Exactly.
win turn 2 or turn 3.
exactly. I mean, a Chalice on 1 against a blue player is always a fine play. So turn 1 Chalice.
Boker's keeping. I think
we
John's
will-
going to fire off a Chalice
Yeah.
immediately.
We will see a turn 1 Chalice hopefully here.
No, we're going to see something more.
That's
Singing Spirit Guide,
3.
is exiling for red mana. We're going to see something bigger.
Seething Song, Sneak Attack.
Ooh, spicy!
I like it, Jan.
This could be a turn 1 kill. It's not gonna happen.
Seething Song.
This resolves, because you just counter whatever he plays next.
And I hope he has a Titan to put into play, not an Emrakul. Are we going to see the sneak attack?
Chandra to find the right.
Alright. Chandra, the Mind Sculptor.
You know, from Bjorn, I'm tempted to let this resolve.
Yeah.
I don't think it does enough.
He's not going to.
But you know what? Getting rid of a Seeming Spirit Guide, a Chandra, and a Seething Song at the cost of a Show and Tell and of a Force of Will and a Brainstorm, fine.
Yeah.
If Bjorn can find a Show and Tell or a Steam Deck, he's pretty close.
I saw a Lotus Petal and also an Ancient Tomb in his hand.
Yes.
So going for the basic island here. Nice Battle for Zendikar Noah Bradley.
Indeed.
I like it. No iPhone lock screens here.
I like iPhone lock screens.
I am surprised that Jan didn't switch his basics because he loves the new unstable ones.
Good man, good man.
Yeah.
He said he would play them.
He did in standard, but we didn't feature him in. He has
he has enough. He has mountains.
He has 18 or 16 mountains for his mono red deck.
He could have switched them.
Yeah. We're a little bit disappointed, Jan.
Yeah.
So there we have a Ponder for Bjorn, choosing to shuffle him away and drawing a fresh Grizzlebrand.
Yeah. I don't know how fresh Grizzlebrand truly is.
Oh well.
Spending all those years in the Hell Vault.
I mean, maybe the atmosphere was good and preserve him. I mean, he did come out busting.
True. Okay, now we're gonna see a Chalice of the Voids, I assume.
Chalice on one of a City of Traitors.
I'm afraid this
and
resolves.
This one, yeah, this
but
one
that's actually
resolve.
not that bad for Bjorn.
No.
Still. Unless you keep drawing 1-drops.
Yeah, okay. If you can resolve a Show and Tell here, you're fine.
No, actually, if you resolve a here, you're not fine, because Jan can put an Emrakul into play. If he has it.
He could. Pass the turn. I think I saw it through the breach.
I think I saw so too, but no land for him.
No red mana.
He's checking if Jan knows what's up.
The classic Chalice check.
Yeah. Ooh, and then Bjorn draws the Echoing Truth to get rid of the Chalice a bit too late. But at least Bjorn is backcasting spells.
Yeah. I mean, you can bounce that Chalice.
Yeah, I like bouncing Chalice end of turn.
Yeah, bounce Chalice and then resolve your draw spells.
Oh, no. I guess you really need a red mana. I'm not sure that's the right play there.
He does have a second copy of City of Traders in his hand.
That is true.
And he seems to...
But he didn't need to play a land.
No, he didn't. That's also true. But, I mean, he... you want to resolve Chandras and Infertile Titans maybe from your hand, and you have the Fiery Confluence, which is also double rare.
True, yeah.
There are reasons to get that second red source.
Bjorn didn't choose to bounce the Chalice last turn. I think he might do so now, because now he has 2 1-drop cantrips. No, still not.
No.
There's a land for the turn.
A Volcanic Island, the draw for Bjorn.
Suppose now he can bounce without taking damage from his Ancient Tomb, if he really wanted to.
Yeah, that's nice. You can also just hope to resolve a sneak attack or something.
City of Traitors, 2 Through the Breaches in his hand, and nothing else? Oh, well, there's another card, but I don't know what it is. At this point, you gotta think Bjorn is gonna...
This is a Through the Breach, an Emrakul, and another Through the Breach. Jan is packing 2 Through the Breach and an Emrakul. So, didn't go for the Through the Breach Emrakul here.
Yeah.
Even if he has Through the Breach backup.
Indeed.
So if the first one gets counted, you might resolve the second one even. So what is Jan afraid of here?
Jan's afraid of counterspells. And he shouldn't be, because he should be trying to power through counterspells instead of...
double Through the Breach, how else are you going to win this game?
However, what Jan can still do is, in Bjorn's end step, cast Through the Breach for Emrakul. And then untap and do it again immediately. That's probably the better play.
Okay, and here we see Bjorn bouncing and immediately resolving a Brainstorm afterwards.
Sneak attack, Bjorn has won this game.
Okay.
Yeah, Bjorn has 5 mana in play. That's all he needs. He has won this game.
Yeah, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A sneak attack and sneak.
Sneaking Emrakul into play, and it's good game. Yeah, we should. I don't think there's anything Jan can do here. Emrakul is coming to say hello. Even if Jan through the breaches his own Emrakul into play, he still has to sacrifice it to the Emrakul.
Yeah.
And that would be. Yeah, I think this is the game over. There's. No, that's not true.
He can through the breach his own Emrakul.
No, what he can actually do, what he needs to do is tap mana, let the Annihilate trigger resolve, and then through the breach.
Exactly.
But then he still loses the Emrakul end of turn.
Oh yeah.
He can block,
yeah, he
but that's it.
Yeah, he can't do it in the end step right now. So yeah, he can block Emrakul with Emrakul.
Yeah. And that's about it. Then still he loses all of his permanents.
Yeah, untaps with
and then
nothing, and then through the breach in hand.
Then he has to hope that Bjorn doesn't have a follow-up creature in the next turn.
But he has Griselbrands in hand.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
No, of course.
I mean Bjorn does, but Jan doesn't.
Play to your outs, but there are few.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jan.
And this is what he has to do. He has to tap his mana, because he has to actually block with Emrakul. But he's choosing not to do it. Okay, I think there's no out for Jan at this point.
Probably not. Shuffling that graveyard back into the deck. Let's redraw that Emrakul.
Yeah.
A City of Traders.
City of Traders to draw. Can replay a Chalice. But if Bjorn shows him the Griselbrands.
Yeah, that's game.
I mean, you're going to play Chalice for sure here. Pass a turn, Bjorn's going to show him the Griselbrands and just end it. There we go.
Sneak Griselbrand into play.
Yeah.
Jazz hands, and there we have a handshake from Jan.
Yeah.
Going to 4 and 4 in the legacy portion. Let's bring you back to the booth for just a moment. Welcome back. My name is Bas. This is Lawrence, and that was Sneak versus Sneak. And the blue-red version overcame the mono-red version.
So I'm afraid the bubble for Jan has been burst. He can still go for top 16.
Top 16, still value. I mean, this tournament is
good value.
Packed with value.
I would definitely make sure. I would definitely pay the last round if I'm Jan.
And for Bjorn, avid Legacy fan, great player in Legacy, still on 5 and 3, still live.
Yeah, he can. His goal is just to play the next round, play another round of Magic, win it, hope to end up high.
Go top 8. So we have our backup feature match for you at the ready. That feature match is tied, and that is Jelko Bodoes on 18 points. So he's in. Versus Terence Serrarens on 15 points.
Are they waiting for us right now?
He's not in, and they are tied. So
so can we have a look at their player profiles maybe before we go to them, if that's possible?
We know for both of them to be playing 4-color check pile in this legacy portion.
Yes, interesting decks.
It's a deck that just spawned with the printing of Leovold.
Not immediately. It took a while for that to become a thing, but it's.
Yeah,
I mean, Leovold was immediately a thing, but Checkpile took a while to really get around to this current list.
And it's Checkpile in the form of Czechoslovakia.
So here we have Jelko. We've seen his profile before, but let's go through it quickly because
Well, I mean,
not everyone has been watching the entire time.
It's for all you guys and girls who just joined in. This is Jelko, age 24, studies computer science, but I believe he just graduated from that. Favorite format Powered Cube and top 13th place.
He was 13th place at Pro Tour Ixalan. A very impressive result.
That is very impressive.
Yeah.
And he mostly just plays a tournament or two on the same deck.
And then switches.
And then says, ooh, something shiny.
Yeah.
And then switches over. Ooh, piece of candy. Squirrel!
Yeah, exactly.
And never leaves the house without music, podcast, or an audiobook to listen to.
Yeah.
And here we have Terence. We haven't seen him before, but he's 28 years old, a biology student, and loves to play Legacy and Vintage Cube. Our Season 3 point leader. He top-aided a few PPTQs, and he told me he secretly loved Eldrazi Winter in Modern.
I used to like this guy, but something just broke.
Talking about bursting a bubble.
Yeah, and he likes to cook. But
And
I think we have
yeah.
a match cooking up right now, so
Yeah.
let's go back to them.
Let's see what Terrence can cook up with his 4-color check pile against Jelko, as Jelko is on the play. Comfortably at 6 and 1.
Yeah, opened up with an Underground Sea and a Ponder, kept a Hymn to Turach on top and drew it.
Nice.
Terrence is gonna do the exact same thing.
In the exact same art.
Gurmag Angler, Polluted Delta, Snapcaster Mage. That's modern.
I think he's playing his Grixis Death Shadow deck again, but except for the Underground Sea and the Ponders, of course. But doesn't really like any of the 3 cards he saw and shoves them all away to draw a fresh one off the top.
Indeed, let's see what he gets.
He has at least 2 Brainstorms in hand and a Inquisition of
And I
Kozilek.
think he also has a Hymn to Turach in his hand.
Alright, so
Yeah,
this is going
it's
to be
definitely
a
Hymn to Turach.
discard fest for both players.
Yes, we're gonna get some dice rolls. The unstable staple, dice rolls.
Yep.
That's usually the fairest way to determine a random card.
So his second copy of Underground Sea for... No!
Changes his mind, because he's gonna go for Badlands instead, I think. Or Bayou. Because he wants a second Black Mana Source.
Yeah, you want a second Black Mana Source, and I believe that green is mostly the third color of source you would like to get in this deck.
That's the last one you want.
Green, yeah.
Yeah, I think. It's not that important.
So your Grixis colors are more important.
I think so. Changes his mind again. Still, Bayou wasn't good enough. Underground Sea after all.
Ah, alright, so there we have it. Blue
Yeah,
and
because he has
black.
Tropical Island in his hand. He has a green
Yeah.
source. And he has Badlands, so he has a red source. So he has all his colors. You just want to get more blue and black, because blue is good.
Blue is good, black is good. Any color is good.
Yeah, well, I don't think Jelko finds any white cards good right now.
No, in
Hymn to Turach. Let's see if he can hit Terrence's copy of Hymn to Turach.
so we
'Cause
see
then
1,
he's
2,
safe.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we
Can't use the D6. That's
Need-
not random.
nope.
You need something else.
So we need something bigger. You can roll with 2 dice and if you
No, this is not actually random. This is actually not.
It's not yeah, you're
That's
correct.
not
That's
random.
Not actually random.
Not all cards have an
correctly
equal
random.
chance to be discarded there.
Yeah,
He did not hit the.
you can't hit 1.
Hmm?
You
You
cannot
can't hit one.
No, maybe they agreed to 2 through 8.
That's also not random because there's a higher chance of rolling 7,
Correct.
which is actually what he rolled.
So well, but besides that, 2 cards entered the graveyard for Terrence as he brainstorms and plays a Volcanic Island.
That's a copy of Diabolic Edict in Yoko's hand.
Yeah, I believe he's playing one of those in the main deck.
It's very good against Dark Depths decks.
Uh-huh. So he came prepared for that matchup.
Yeah. He also has a copy of Pyroblast or Red Elemental Blast. They both do. They're very similar. They're not the same, but they're very
Nope.
similar.
Yeah, there is just a copy of Lightning Bolt.
It's Pyroblast that he has in
Ah.
his hand. For the new version. Yoko deciding if he wants to use his Pyroblast to counter Baleful Strix. Probably not. It's better against the card he drew, the Jason Mind Sculptor.
Yeah. Go for the Brainstorm instead.
And it's a Brainstorm. I hope he has a fetch land. I think he does. Leaning out the Veil, Kolaghan's Command, and Unknown, the draw.
Can't really tell. He's at least putting 2 lands back
Yeah.
on top, it looks like.
Badlands and Tropical Island.
There we go.
I guess he wants them, because he's not going to fetch right now. Because he needs both those colors.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's the Badlands.
Ooh, another copy of Hymn to Turach. So we're
Alright.
gonna let's see if we can do it actually random this time.
So, Terrence is going to protect some spells that he likes by casting a Brainstorm in response.
He's gonna try and keep his own copy of him and his Mind Sculptor,
Yeah.
I think.
I believe he just face down Jace the Mind Sculptor first.
Yeah. He's okay with losing Fate Push, Ponder, Diabolic Edict, Swamp, or Bayou.
Yeah.
Or not. Yes, he is. No.
Oh, no.
No. changed his mind? Oh, he doesn't.
No, there was a skull.
Oh, he doesn't have him.
Alright. So, here we go. This time it's fully random.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's see how many 6s Jouko can roll.
Ah.
5 and 6. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Reroll.
Just the one.
Fatal Push and Diabolic Edict going to
Yeah.
the graveyard.
That's real nice because he didn't even hit one of the 2 lands that Terrence has in hand. Just the full 2
Yeah,
spells.
he hit spells.
Leaving him with a Brainstorm, and he might try and cast a Jace here, but
Ooh, that's
that might
not
run
gonna
into
work
a
out
counterspell.
for.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Jouko has a red source to fetch.
So let's fetch up.
It should be a volcanic island. Yeah, there it is. And that red elemental that Pyroblast is not going to destroy the Baleful Strix. It's going to counter the Jace Mind Sculptor.
Exactly, and that's a much better target for
He
it.
has the option to do both, or to do either, but he's
Yeah. There we go. Pyro Blast.
Jouko is way ahead in this game right now.
Yeah.
Drew another
Do-
copy of him
yeah.
to Turok.
Oh my god. Alright, so there's a Ponder and a land left for Terrence.
Oh, well, no, they're
Oh.
gone.
Shouldn't they roll a die to decide which one goes first?
I don't think
I
it
mean-
matters. Still has Liliana the Veil in his hand, which is probably gonna spell doom for Terrence.
Yeah.
Although there might be an Abrupt Decay in Jouko's future.
A Deathrite Shaman.
Ooh, a swamp.
An even better Planeswalker than Liliana of the Veil. And
Ponder the
then we have
draw. That's a good
Ponder.
draw.
Yep. So Jouko comfortably at 6 and 1, has a loss to give, but is really in the driver's seat
Yeah.
in this 4-color check pile mirror. And Terrence, if he loses this, going down to 6 and 3 and on the bubble.
On the bubble, yes, for sure. And Jouko is guaranteed to be top 8 if he wins this match.
Yeah. Yeah, he is probably going to draw his way into the top 8 if he
Yeah,
wins this.
against Bart or Eric, right? Or Leon or Eric, I don't know who the top players are right now. Yeah, Bart and Eric are the top players right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Deathrite Shaman in the draw from the Ponder. Kolaghan's Command is going to kill both Deathrite Shaman and Baleful
Wow.
Strix.
All
Getting
right.
2 for 1 again.
This is just a 2-for-1 on every turn of the game
Yeah,
for Jouko.
yeah, it's getting really devastating.
That's
for
how
Terrence.
you win the mirror.
Yeah.
Here we
Liliana
go.
to play.
Liliana discard a land.
Yeah, both players will discard a land, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
Still have
Okay,
my
Jace the Mind Sculptor to draw for Terrence, I hope for it. Nope, just
No,
another land.
Just a land.
Jouko draws another copy of a card I can't see.
He says go.
Doesn't even plus his Liliana, so his hand must be
No,
good.
yeah. He might like the 2 cards that he has in hand. And Terrence is probably playing. These decks do play a True Name Nemesis. in
Yeah,
sort.
but that's actually not good at this point.
No, because he still has that Diabolic Edict in
Also,
in hand.
you could also just minus 2 your Liliana.
Yeah, and minus Liliana, yeah, of course.
Brainstorm is a good pickup for Terrence. Fatal Push.
Red Elemental Blast or Pyro Blast?
Yeah, and Gurmag Angler, but
Gurmag,
Gurmag Angler is
yeah.
bad right now. Because he'll just have to
That's not
sacrifice
great.
it.
And he shuffles both of them away,
Indeed he does.
fetching an Underground Sea. Trying to get back into this game against double Deathrite Shaman. 3 Planeswalkers for Jouko. One of them not even legendary.
Well, one of them is about to go away. Because this Fatal Push is going to kill.
Yep. Nice FNM promo Fatal Push there for Terrence.
Indeed.
I really like that one. I
He
it's
also
a-
has
it's a
another
classic-
copy of Kolaghan's Command in his hand, so he
Oh,
can get
jeez.
it back if he needs to.
This is really nice. This is Sparta kind of Fatal Push.
Yeah, some more 2 for 1s. He's going to use the Kolaghan's Command, make Terrence discard a card,
Yeah.
and he's going to get his Deathrite Shaman.
Get
Look, another 2 for 1.
Wow. Amazing.
Jouko, pretty good at this game.
Yeah.
How about another 2 for 1?
Oh, and
Ah,
Terrence
trop.
drawing another land.
A Volcanic, I mean, not a drop.
The draws aren't in Terrence's favor either.
No, and he's been 2 for 1 at every instance in
Yeah.
the game. Baleful Strix
Baleful
is draw
Strix.
for Jouko.
You could say another 2 for 1.
Yeah, it's going to require a card to deal with it. Him, number 4 in the draw.
Okay, Jelko finally found a card that's not so good in this board position.
Yeah.
And there we go, lose 2 life off my Deathrite Shaman.
Terrence passes the turn.
Stripping away your graveyard, found a polluted Delta, I believe. Attacking for 1 with the Baleful Strix. And slowly but surely, Jelko is draining his opponent of the few life points he has
Baleful
left.
Strix. A 2 for 1 for Terrence. It's about time.
Wow.
2 lands in Terrence's hand.
Yeah. So here we go, Edict you.
Yeah, might as well, right?
And
Eat something from your graveyard. I think the window on this game is
Eat.
very quickly closing for Terrence.
eat anything. I mean, this is a 5 points of damage each turn from Jelko. So
Yep. There's plenty of Instance Warriors in the graveyard to eat for the Deathrite Shaman. I think he drew a copy of Leovold, which means any Brainstorm is a dead draw.
yeah.
Jelko probably doesn't have any fetchable targets left in his deck.
Yeah, you saw him. Eager to
No, he still has the
fetch,
Bayou.
but-
There's the Bayou is still left. Choosing not to fetch, however, rather. Oh,
Yeah,
Leovold.
there we go, Leovold.
So Terrence has
Emissary.
to draw Toxic Deluge now, or he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a polluted
Another
Delta.
land.
So, are we gonna say that Jelko's the better player because he drew better cards? He was smarter for drawing better cards.
yeah. I mean, if you're playing the 4-color check pile mirror, yeah, it's smart to draw the better cards.
Yeah, Deathrite Shaman the draw for Terrence. There's no, it's
and here
flooded
we
out
go.
completely.
Flooded out of this 4-color check pile mirror as a Jelko picks it up at 7